Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl. I hope everybody's well. I'm good. I'm currently on a week off. Woohoo! So I've not been to work for almost a week and it's a bank holiday weekend coming up as well. So I'm super excited. We've had a lovely time. We have been to London, myself and the hubster. Just the two of us this time, which was lovely. It's the first time we've been away since before COVID, I think, just the two of us, only for a couple of nights. But we decided this year we were going to do a few things off our bucket list, and instead of going on a sunshine holiday at the end of the year, we were going to do some other bits and bobs. And one thing that we've always wanted to do for a very long time is go to the Chelsea Flower Show, and that's what we've just been and done. So then we've booked the rest of the holiday, the rest of the week off on holiday from work. So yeah, the kids are at work, at school today. I'm not at work. Husband's just gone to tip. We've been building wardrobes and doing all that sort of thing that you're trying to catch up with when you're off work. And I thought I'd quickly pop on and say hello because I know I haven't been around again for over a week, which, you know, it's just one of them things. We've been busy. I won't talk to you all about kind of what I've been doing in more detail. I'll probably do a catch-up vlog next week, because what I thought I'd do today is talk you through some plans that I've got for what I'm about to make. Oh, and before I go any further, if anybody wants to know, I am wearing the Closet Core Tee, which is a free pattern. I don't know. I had a scrap of this fabric left after making my Tabitha t-shirt dress. And I'd seen a couple of core tees on Instagram and thought, oh, I want to give that a go. So I did. So I cut it out in this because I had just enough fabric left to do it. It's just a very simple t-shirt. But I just love this fabric so much. This is a viscose jersey that I bought from Hey Sew Sister. But you might have seen it all over. I don't think Hey Sew Sister's got it anymore. If I can find a link to it, because I think even First for Fabrics might have sold out. If I can find a link to a supplier, I will try and pop that down in the description box below. I'm going to write that down now. Flowery viscose jersey. Where? I have to do that because I'm a woman of a certain age, and long-term memory, not a problem. Short-term memory, forget it. But yeah, well, let's start again. The UK has been starting to get a little bit warmer, and then the last week has been horrific. Probably because we've booked the week off. That's what happens, unfortunately. But obviously we're all hoping that it's going to start getting warmer and warmer. And for me, that means I've got a bit of a gap in my work wardrobe. Now, I'm a dress wearer, which is really weird because at the beginning of my journey with sewing, I didn't wear dresses at all. And now that's all I wear pretty much. So I'm a dress wearer, and I thought I'm going to try and come up with 5 or 6 patterns of dresses that would be summery for work, but I could also then dress in the autumn months, or that I can wear for work, but I could also wear socially. So the kind of patterns that I will definitely wear for work, but I can then hopefully integrate it into my casual wardrobe as well. Now, I work 5 days a week. One day I work from home, so I can wear pretty much what I want, so I don't need a dress for them. And on a Friday, I only work half a day, so I go in casual clothes. So I've only got 3 days, count on my fingers, that I need to be wearing kind of work attire. So I was thinking if I make 6 dresses, that I could have 2 weeks worth of new dresses for work, and I could just keep rotating them because I've got a few other bits as well in my wardrobe. So that was my plan. So I started having a look at dresses, and I thought what I'd like to try and do is make some dresses that I've already made before, although there are 2 patterns that I haven't. I also wanted to try and sew up a couple of my past subscription box fabrics as well, because I'm trying to get some of those in there. And all of these fabrics are from my stash. There's no new fabrics in any of this because I'm trying to get through some of the viscose in my stash, because that's the fabric that I've got the most of because I love it so much. So do you want to have a look at what I've got planned to sew up? Let's start with this one. You'll probably have heard of this many a time before, but this is the Tilly and the Buttons Lotta dress pattern. Now, I bought this a long time ago. when I was a lot thinner. And because it was at the beginning of my sewing journey, I just cut my paper pattern out straight away. Yeah, I know. And obviously I'm a bit bigger now, so that pattern would not fit me. So I was lucky enough to see that there was a sale on Tilly and the Buttons, so I popped on and I bought the PDF version of it. And I've had it printed and I've cut it out in my correct size. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm going to show you the fabric that I've chosen, and there's only a scrap of it because I have already cut this out. So this is the Tilly and the Buttons Lotta dress. These are the line drawings on the back, so I know it's a bit ragged, but you can see there's a few different options here. So you've got like a shorter version and a longer version. You can do it with long sleeves, or they're like capped sleeves almost, and you can put pockets on it or you cannot. It's up to you. Now it gets cinched in here with an elasticated waist. It's faced around the neckline, and it's a really super simple make. And the reason I chose this one is because I was inspired by the lovely Bex from What Bex Sews. She'd made up a stunning version. Now, did I just see her on Instagram, or did I see her in real life in it when we went to... I've got a funny feeling she had it on when we went to the Creative Craft Show in Birmingham. And she had it on in a Lady McElroy fabric, and she just looked insanely good. So she inspired me to make one because I thought that would be a really nice quick make. Now the version I'm going to do is the longer version, but I'm going to do the short sleeves. I'm not going to put pockets on because I'm making this in viscose, and the good thing about this pattern is you can make it in viscose or you can make it in knit fabric as well. And I think I would really like to try and make it in a knit fabric because I think that would be super comfy. It's just trying to find the right viscose jersey made before. I think that was what would make it look really nice and flowy. So yes, the Tilly and the Buttons pattern isn't that size inclusive actually. All the new patterns are, but this one's an older pattern, so I don't know if they're going to work on their older pattern block. But this goes from a size 6 to 24, which is a bust of 30 to 48, a waist of 24 to 42, and a hip of 33 to 51. I hope I'm right with that, because I'm sure I did go online and have a look, but I may be wrong. If I am, I will obviously link all of this anyway in the description box below. Now, the fabric I'm going to choose is one that is very similar to the version that I very first made up. And the very first version I made up was in like a viscose crepe, and it was a blue colour, and it was from Rainbow Fabrics. And funnily enough, my fabric today is from Viscose Rainbow Fabrics. And I loved the colour of my last one. And obviously it don't fit me no more. So this is the fabric, because I thought this would be quite nice for work, but I could actually just wear it as well casually, you know, with some little white pumps. I was thinking, little crossbody bag, that type of thing. But this is a really beautiful viscose, really high quality viscose fabric, and it's in this like cobalt blue. Bex from What Bex Sews will like this, with animal print in the black all over it, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's just a little scrap that I've got left over because I have already cut this one out. But that is numero uno. What do we think? Right, the next one is a pattern that's actually quite new to me. I've had it printed out for ages. Now, a while ago, must be over a year ago, myself and my gorgeous Northern Soul sisters, we went to Leeds and we all made a jumpsuit, and I made the Faris jumpsuit by Jennifer Lauren Handmade. And when I bought that pattern, I also bought this pattern at the same time, and then I've never done anything with it. So it's just been sat there, like I say, printed out and everything, which is ridiculous, isn't it? So I thought I'm going to get that made up because I think it'd be perfect for work. So this is the Jennifer Lauren Quincy dress. So it's really, really simple. I love the look of it. I love the shape of this. So as you can see, it's got a button down front. It's in a V neck. It's got bust darts. It's gathered in at the waist with like a drawstring. It's got like a panelled skirt, and these are your pockets here, which I love that detail. You've got a back yoke, and then you've also got a couple of options for your sleeves. So you can go for a plain sleeve, or you can have this, which is like a notched sleeve. But I think that is absolutely gorgeous, and I think that'd be really work appropriate. The only thing I might do is just lengthen it a little bit. Depends where her knees are. I mean, she's got no knees. Where's her knees? I need to know where her knees are. But yeah, I'll probably end up lengthening that a little bit. So That is pattern number 2. And that, let me have a look, comes in sizes 6 to 24. And it's in different booby cups, which I know some of you like. So it's an A to D cup as well. So that's quite good. So there's none of that full bust adjustments and all that jazz. So the measurements on this are a bust of 29 inches to 49 3/4. That's very precise. A waist of 24 to 42 and a hips of 35 to 53. So I love this. And I think I'm going to give the notch sleeves a go because I really like, you can't really see it very well. If I can get a better picture, I'll pop it up on the screen. But I really like the look of that little notch sleeve. It's really cute. And the fabric that I'm going to use for this one is a Beyond the Pink Door subscription box fabric that I got quite a while ago. And it is this one. So this is an absolutely gorgeous viscose. I think it's a viscose twill because it's got the weave in it. And it's got a black background with these like beige and pale pink flowers. I don't know what colour that is. It's almost like a little khaki colour almost. And then it's got like little white dots all over it. And I thought that would be really nice for work. And I can kind of see that pattern in like a ditzy print like this. So I know it's very contrasting from that. But I want a variety, and I do think this will end up being a really good stable. And then in the winter I can pair it up with a pair of shorts. A pair of shorts? A pair of tights. I haven't had a drink yet. It is 10:34. Promise you I haven't. But yeah, I was thinking this fabric would look gorgeous in that dress, and I think it would be very feminine. So that is my plan number 2. What should we do next? Right, number 3 is this pattern here. Now, I've made this pattern before, and it's the Vienne dress by Size Me Sewing. And I made this as part of my Northern Soul Sisters projects. It was part of the All Set to Sew and Size Me Sewing's collaboration, which was the dressmaking course, and we got to make this up and review it. And I made it up in a really nice black fabric with some flowers on it. And at first I wasn't keen on this. I've seen it on loads of other people and absolutely loved it, and that's why I really wanted to make it. And then I made it and I was a bit like, I just don't know if it's me. Anyway, I've worn it loads since, and every time I wear it I get lots of nice compliments. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this up again, but I'm going to make it up in a more me fabric, I think. So something a bit more bright and colourful, you know. So I do love this pattern. It's just such a nice feminine look to the bottom of this pattern. So at the top you've got like a lovely bodice that kind of billows out a little bit. You've got these really cute sleeves that have got like an elastic tie in the middle. This part here is elasticated, so it brings you in. And then this is all gathered, this tier and this tier. And what's nice about this is this doesn't billow out too much. It kind of skims your hips, which is just what I need. It skims your hips and then it flares out a little bit. So it's very, I don't know, it's very nice on the shape of your body. I think it complements your body very well, and I just love that about it. So size-wise with this is a bust of 32 to 50 inches, a waist of 24.5 to 42 inches, and a hips of 35 to 53. Now, Donna from Size Me Sewing doesn't use actual sizes, so she doesn't use 6 to 24, 32, etc. She uses symbols, as you can see on the back of here, and there's a reason for that. That's because she wants you to measure yourself properly and not go with what your standard size could be, should be. It's about measuring yourself properly and using it accordingly to her pattern. So do you want to see the fabric that I've chosen? And again, I've only got a scrap of this because I've cut this one out as well. Check me out. I haven't done anything for ages and I've cut 2 things out, so I'm very excited. But this is the fabric that I'm going to use. Eek. Now, I think this was a Rainbow fabric as well from a couple of years ago, and it's just been sat in my stash. Just sat and sat because I never really wore red very much. And then I had my colours done. Red came out as a colour for me, which I was really surprised about. I made up the CocoWawa plum dress in a red fabric and absolutely loved it. So I'm trying to explore red a bit more, and I already had this in my stash. So I thought that might be really nice as a Vienne dress that I can wear to work and then socially as well, because I thought that would be really nice with some nice little white pumps. So that's the plan with that one, but it's a lovely viscose, really nice quality. It's not see-through, which is good, and I think that would make a more me Vienne. What do we think? I love it. I hope I'm going to love it when it's on, because it's a lot of red and it's a lot of dress, so it's a bit of a gamble, but you know, life's for living, isn't it? Let's just take some risks. Right, the next one, I don't think I've actually got a picture of it to show you, so I will whack it up on the screen. But this is a pattern I've also made before. Oh, wait a minute, I might have. Let's have a look. Oh, I have. She tells a lie. This is the Reeta shirt dress by Named Clothing. And I've made this before. In fact, I wore it recently. It might have been in my last vlog, actually, in like a pale sagey green with white dots on it, and I made that ages ago, and I absolutely love wearing that, particularly in the summer for work, because it's quite a longish dress, but it feels casual and dressed up. How to explain? But again, you'll see there's a bit of a theme here with some of my patterns, but it's a lovely shirt dress. This is quite like almost oversized at the top, so it's nice and billowy. It's drawn in here with a drawstring, and it's got buttons all the way down. It's got really nice collar construction. It's got a back yoke. It's got turned up cuffs, and then it's got these gorgeous splits down the side, which make it a little bit cheeky. And yes, it's a bit more of an involved make, but the really nice thing about this pattern is this part here. So these are pockets, and they're like pleated. Beautiful. Again, if I can find pictures, I'll pop them in. It's quite an involved make, this one, but I love it. And because I've made it in kind of like a pale colour, I want to do it in a more bold colour. So I think I've gone for the right fabric, but I was very limited because you need a lot of fabric for this dress. It's quite fabric hungry, and I don't have many lengths of fabric that are kind of over 3 meters. So I was a little bit limited as to my choice. I've chosen it, but I don't know if it's a bit autumnal, but then I'm kind of like, again, dressed up, some little trainers, denim jacket, and then in the winter, boots, tights. I don't know, you let me know what you think anyway. So for the Named Clothing one, it comes in a size 4 to 28, which is a bust of 30 to 52 3/4 inches, a waist of 23 5/8 to 46.5, and a hips of 33 to 56 inches. And like I say, I love the length and everything on this. And Named Clothing do draft for a taller woman. Hey, so it's quite nice because I don't believe I made any adjustments to this pattern last time. So all my pattern pieces are cut out. All I've got to do is cut the fabric, get it made up. But like I say, it is a bit more of an involved make. And this is the fabric that I've chosen. It's so me. It's a bit of me, isn't it? Obviously, it's animal print. But I have got a dress that is ready to wear that's very similar to this, but a much paler colour, and I love that, and I wear that all the time. So I thought this will be something that I definitely reach for, and it's also something that I would wear socially as well, so casually. I'd love to wear that. Some nice little gold sandals. But do you think it's too autumnal? I don't know. I don't know if I'm doubting myself. I do think I'd get a lot of wear out of this, and again, like I said, tights and boots in the winter. What do we think? Trainers, some little gold sandals in the summer. To be fair, I ain't got many fabrics that's more than 3 meters, so it might have to be this one. And this is also a Rainbow Fabrics one that I bought a long time ago, and it's been sat in a box for ages, and I forgot all about it because it wasn't on my stash hub. So I discovered it recently, and I thought, ooh, perfect opportunity to get this made up. So let me know what you think to that fabric and that pattern pairing. So that was number, what was that? Number 4. We're on a roll. Not even 20 minutes in. It's quite good for me. Right, so then number 5 is a pattern that I made again very early on in my sewing journey. It was when I was at sewing classes and we could take our own project and we just worked on it once a week. And I loved that dress. But again, size-wise doesn't work for me. So I haven't made it for years and years and years. and I saw the lovely Michelle from Sewing Bunny. I think she's made 1 or 2 of these, and I love it, and it kind of sparked it again for me. And I've got the pattern, and I thought I'd got it all printed out, but when I came to have a look at it the other day, I've only got 1 page of my AO print, not the second page, which was really weird. So I may have to print the second page out kind of on A4 and stick it together, because I can't be bothered ordering just 1 sheet of A4. But anyway, I ramble on. It is the CocoWawa Honeycomb shirt and dress, and this is the look of it here. I love how this is illustrated. It just looks really cute. And with the success of my plum dresses that I've made recently by CocoWawa, I thought, let's get this on the road. So you can see here, again, it's kind of a shirt style. So it's got a stand-up collar, or I kind of call it like a grandad collar, a button placket here. It's got princess seams. You can either have short sleeves here, or you can have these long ones, look, with these gorgeous little bows on. And then it's got a gathered skirt at the bottom, but at the side you attach some ties. And then you can use those to cinch it in, rather than having elasticated waist or having a drawstring. It's got little bows either side, and then you use those to pull the dress in. So I thought that would be super cute. And I've seen quite a few of the blouses as well online, which is like a little peplum blouse. So I love the look of that as well. So I thought, why not get this back out and have a good look? So yeah, it was reprinted, but I've lost 1 of the sheets. That's not good, is it? So from a size point of view, there's 2 size ranges on this one. There's a 6 to 24, which is a B cup, and there is an 18 to 32, which is a D cup. So great size range on this one. A bust is 31 to 60 inches. The waist is 23 to 54 inches, and the hips are 31 to 63 inches. And it's super cute. And I thought, let's get another subscription box fabric made up. And this is the one I've chosen to make it in. So this is a beautiful lurex. Ooh, can you see those little gold sparkles there? Viscose, and it's in this really nice bold green, and I'm loving a bit of green at the moment. It's quite ditzy for me, but the print is so tiny. I don't know, something just appeals to me about it. And then it's got these gorgeous lurex bits in it. So I'm going to make up the CocoWawa dress in this. Now, last time I made it up in a chambray. But I fancied doing it in a viscose this time, just to give it a bit of more of a relaxed, flowy look. And so that the side bits where the ties are, they're not too bulky for me, because that's one of the biggest parts of my body is my tummy. I don't want to accentuate that too much. So I thought if I did it in a more flowy fabric, that would work. Now, obviously it's got kind of lurex bits in it. So around the collar, I'm going to use the trick that the gorgeous Catherine from Saverton Makery showed once on one of her vlogs. And she used very carefully some tweezers to pull out the lurex strands just around. I think hers had binding on it. I think it might have been the Marnie that she made. And she just used tweezers anywhere that there was a problem. She would use that to just gently pull out the lurex thread so that it wasn't against her skin and it wasn't scratchy. So that's my plan as well, because on the inside of the fabric, if you can see here, you don't feel the lurex, which is really good. But if I'm making a collar and it bends over, then it's going to actually touch my skin. So wherever it touches my skin, I'm going to use her little trick and I'm going to pull out the lurex threads. Numero 5. Done. Right, so number 6 is a little bit of a collaboration. So this was a challenge set to me by the lovely Stacey J, and she is Stacey J's Studio over on YouTube, and of course I will pop a link to her channel down below. Stacey, we've always chatted, and Stacey got in contact with me recently and said, it's about time you had to go to style art pattern. And I said, do you know what? I love style art patterns and I look at them all the time. I'm just scared. I'm scared because I know that the instructions aren't very extensive and I'm an instructions kind of girl. Don't tend to like to fly by the seat of my pants when it comes to constructing a garment. She said, nah, I'm not having this. Come on, you need to crack on and I'm going to challenge you to it. So I said, well, why don't we do a little bit of a collab? So we decided we were going to do shirt dresses. Now, Stacey J is on the different hemisphere to me. So she is going into the colder months while I'm going into the warmer months. So we said, why don't we go with shirt dresses? Because I could do more of a summery one. She can do more of a kind of wintry one. So I have chosen my pattern and I thought I would show you it today. Now, I don't have a picture of it, so I'll pop that up on the screen now. But I'm going to be making the Style Arc Parma dress. I've got it all printed out. It's all ready and waiting for me to cut the pattern out when I've decided on my size. But it's a lovely, lovely dress, this. So you can have it in like a midi or in a short length. You can play about with that. It's got a collar and a collar stand. It's got, I've just written it all down here, turn back cuffs, which I love. It's got a yoke. It's got buttons on it, so it's got button placket on it. You can have inseam pockets if you so wish, they're optional. There's a tie belt as well to cinch you in, which is optional. And it's got a really nice shaped hemline, and I just love the look of this. I don't know what it's going to be like from an instruction point of view, but we'll soon find out, won't we? And I thought what might be fun is if I let you decide what fabric that I'm going to make it up in. Now, we haven't particularly set any time scale as such. We're just going to kind of get it done as we can get it done. But I thought I would show you some fabrics and then you can decide, because I'll put a poll up on my community tab. Now, just for information, the Style Arc Parma dress comes in sizes 4 to 30, which is a bust of 30.3 inches to 67 and 3/4, a waist of 23.5 to 61, and a hips of 32.6 to 17 and 1/8. So very size inclusive there, which is great stuff. So let's have a look at the fabrics that I've chosen, and they're all, I would say, very different. I've got 3 viscoses, a kind of satin and a chambray. So the first one is this one. Oh, I love this. I bought this ages and ages and ages ago from Stitch and Ink, and it's just sat in my wardrobe. I originally bought it to make a Swarro set, and then I chickened out and it just didn't appeal to me anymore. So I was thinking this could make a beautiful Parma dress. I think it could be quite elevated as well. If you put maybe, like, I was thinking like a tan brown belt or like a little gold belt to cinch it in instead of the self fabric tie. But you can see it's on a black base, and then it's got these massive like monstera leaves, but obviously in the leaves is animal print. So you can see the zebra print and leopard print in there, but then there's all of your like leaves and everything. I just love it. It's like hidden parts in it, and then every now and again you get these little sparks of these gorgeous pinks and reds. What do we think to that? So that's going to be option number 1. I'm kind of excited but also nervous because I don't know what you're going to decide. Right, number 2 is a chambray. I bought this, I believe, from First of Fabrics, and it's in this really beautiful pale blue. It's not actually coming out that well on camera, but oh, it's just absolutely stunning. So it's just a plain like denim-y look, which I thought might be quite nice for that dress. But it's like a really beautiful, it's not too thick. It's got a really nice feel to the thickness of it. So I thought that could make a really nice Parma dress as well. So that's option number 2 is the chambray. Option number 3 is another viscose, and this is a subscription box fabric. So I thought I'd give an option for that. And it's this one. So this was in a So Hailey Jane box, and it's a viscose with a black background, and then it's got these massive white flowers on it that are detailed in black, but then also this like pinky purple colour all over. I was thinking that would be really nice for like a summer shirt dress, holiday vibes, that kind of thing. What do we think to that one? They're all very different, aren't they? But you know, I like to give a little bit of choice with my fabrics. Then I've got a fabric that I bought from Rainbow Fabrics ages and ages ago. I loved it. It's a viscose satin though, and again, I don't know if I'm setting myself up to fail here with style arc of never having made one before, very limited instructions, and then a difficult fabric. But you know, it's up to you guys if you want to torture me. But this is the other fabric. So this is option number 4. So yeah, viscose satin, and it's kind of in this deep navy colour background with this creamy beige, massive flowers, and then that incredible dot of orange throughout the middle of them. I mean, it's absolutely stunning, but it's sat in my stash for ages because I just don't know what to make with it. But I thought that would also make a really beautiful Parma dress. Option numero 4. And then last but not least is a fabric again I bought in the sale from Fabric Godmother donkeys ago. It is a viscose twill, I believe, and I've just never known what to make with it, and it is this one. So yeah, viscose twill, navy like midnight blue background, and then this gorgeous like subtle but not subtle blue pattern with all like the astronomy things on. So there's a sun, a big eye, a moon, crab, all sorts on there, look. But I thought that would make a really nice shirt dress as well. And like I said, that's a viscose twill, so again, nice drape and everything. So there, that's option numero 5. So you can see they're all very, just rolling up here, can you hear me? They're all very different. So if I hold, let's see if I can hold them up. I probably can't. I probably can't, but I'm just going to show you anyway. Right, get ready. There. Hello. The 5 different options. All incredibly different. So I thought I would let you guys decide which one I'm going to make up. And then I'll keep you updated as to progress, and so will Stacey J, and we'll tell you when we're going to do a reveal. But yeah, I'll pop this over on my community tab, and then you can go over there and record which one you think I should make it in. So there we have it, 6 dress patterns that I want to make, or I'm going to make, and the fabrics that I have chosen along with the one that will be your decision. That's it for me today. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had loads of time to sew, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.